Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I start, you know me, you know how I am the other night when we were doing research, remember? And I was like, I was bouncing from subject to subject doing research. At least like, when I come on and I'm in like, a bad mood, at least I know what I want to talk about. But not that, I don't mean a bad mood. I mean like when I have you know, okay. Anyway, but every time I do research, not of, like people specifically, but when I do like, research of history or current events, things like that, biography things, whatever it might be, I end up like, wow, like just amazed, and then looking other things up. That's why I'll say sometimes to people, "Oh, I need a research assistant," because I will, like it's like, uh, oh, Jesus, yeah, again. So can I get a hello? Because I'm only as good as you guys are. Like if you went into a bar and then ordered a water, it would be pointless for us to be there, wouldn't it? It's like, no, bartenders don't want people really ordering water. so so hopefully by now, if you're new to the chat, or you're somebody who doesn't want people harassing you, which I understand, so you're still debating on talking, I've already said that we are understanding that as long as somebody comes in and you know acts accordingly to how they would act in a live stream where they've watched it and now decided that they want to, talk, even if you're somebody who's been here for a while. Hi, Sunshine. um, that if you want to make a different account in order to do that and not feel like you might be putting a bullseye on your back, um, please feel free to do that. I'll tell you what. I was looking at, a couple of things online. And there's this channel I watch. And the guy's name is Nick Johnson. I don't know if anybody knows of him or has heard of him. He actually does like, going around hi Tanger. Um he goes around to different cities and takes a look at, the what's going on with them. So the very first one actually, it was the second one I clicked into, was on East Cleveland, and there he says homelessness crisis. But I say abandoned. Hi, Chris. I say abandoned. I want to know why. I want to know why. I mean, homeless is one thing. I want to know why. It made me feel sick. This particular article is March 28, 2019. This entire neighborhood near Cleveland was mysteriously abandoned, and nobody knows why. In recent years, Cleveland has undergone a fantastic transformation. But this is what's a fantastic transformation. Once struggling communities have been reinvented as havens for artists and dreamers, and its culture is finer than ever. However, parts of greater Cleveland have not enjoyed quite so much growth. Some have actually experienced the opposite, sinking deeper into destruction day by day. I am in shock. Now, I don't know if anybody has second devices, okay? Um, I can't even. I can't even. I want to know, where did they go? Warner and Swansea Observatory lost its scientific value and failed to look at that place. Oh my God, the observatory in East Cleveland abandoned. Why? It's the poorest city in the United States now, almost. What is going on? What is going on? Come on, Mr. Rourke. Seriously. Tandra, are you still here? This is, I mean, I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking right now. I'm gonna give you a link. I'm not gonna give you the link. I'm gonna tell you the channel and see if you can find this particular video and drop the link for me. I'm shaking right now. I can't even believe what I am seeing. God. I just can't even. Okay. Will you type in, please, Tanger? Could you type in Nick Johnson?
What's up? It's Nick John.
It's, just this guy who, it says Unboxing America. But the name of the channel is Nick Johnson. And then hold on, it's the same as this one. Yeah, that's it. Sunshine, I'm going to have Tanger drop this link to the video that brought my attention to East Cleveland. I'm actually going to play some of it. And I'm going to play it at 1.25. So if anybody wants to watch along and hear the sound on here, it's part 2. It's done 3 days ago, Tanger. You see that I went to the worst ghettos in the United States, part 2. That one, and I'm going to play it at 1.25 if anybody's watching. And disclaimer, I do not own this video or the audio. I am doing this within Fair Use Act guidelines, so I'll probably have to keep stopping it. So, but just so you know, it can, so you can see the actual what I'm looking at on the screen. I don't know if you have 2 devices or anything. But if not, then that's fine. But really shocking. If you just want to take a quick peek over at that and just get up to the first minute so you could, there's no way. I want to know where all these people went. I mean, these sidewalks aren't even being taken care of. No, 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 no. Something happened, you know? Thank you so much, Tanger. I appreciate it. East Cleveland, June 2021. It starts off. East Cleveland, June 2021. The main streets are like a battle zone. It's unbelievable.
Now, I've seen a lot of this country. I go out of my way to see bad things because that's what you YouTube people want. A lot of the rundown cities I've seen are places most people don't want to go into. You can call them ghettos if you want, although that word might be a little strong.
There's a highway running right over it, and there's, these lovely trees growing, and I mean,
Every place I'm going to show you has large parts of town that are poor, dangerous, and run down. Many have been all but abandoned.
I can't get over. That's the main street. Those are stores. It says Alec Al Ski. I mean, all covered in graffiti, and I don't understand. I don't understand. Where did the people go?
I think it's important for us to see what's happening in our community. If we don't know about these tragedies, how do we fix them? And for a lot of us, looking at this puts our own lives in a perspective.
These are fucking residential streets right here. Where did they go? It's not, it's not like, oh yeah, right? Right, Ginger? It's not like, yeah, but some of these are like convenience stores and they're not even, I mean, restaurant, everything. I can't even. I'm like in shock. If it was that the rent got raised, or the person was going to develop the property they owned that they were renting out, I mean, that's one thing. These are streets and streets abandoned. People wouldn't just like rather have something abandoned than at least get what they could get for it. I mean, if you had a family living there for $1,000 a month, and then you were like, well, I'm going to raise it 1,200, and y- you know, I I I don't know, man. I can't even.
As we drive through these areas, you'll notice many of the streets are empty. Sometimes, the scariest movies are when you don't see the monster at all.
I'm just in shock right now. Truly.
I was on a road trip in Florida one May and spent a lot of my time looking at the beaches and the new sprawl. I spent a couple days in Palm Beach, the richest place in the country, home to Mar-a-Lago and
Wow, man. That's like owning your own personal island. Look at that thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, hi, hidden blessings.
seaside mansions. Well, the server at dinner asked if I had ever been to Pahokee and Belglade before. I was like, no. So I went there, and wow, is it bad.
And then I'm gonna get into that thing that we were talking about, Tandra, earlier about that ranch. I'm just saying, like, man, what is going on here? Tangent.
Pahokee and Belglade are small communities in western
Hi,
Palm
Chris.
Beach County along Lake Okeechobee. They call the whole area the Muck because it was all swampland until it was drained to put in crops. It's a long forgotten about former agriculture hub way out in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of the people who live here are minorities in extreme poverty. A lot of what's left here are remnants of cheap housing thrown up for all the temporary field workers. What's left have become hovels that look like the god-awful slums of third world capitals. I saw lots of rundown apartments, trash, a lot of people standing around looking lost. A lot of this region feels sad.
Yeah, but those are nice. Those apartments are pretty nice that he's showing, but not looking good now. I'm thinking that at one point it was nice to live there.
Sad and deserted.
I know, right, Sunshine?
This area has a history of extreme violence. At one point, half the men who lived here had felonies.
Really? Why would that be? So is it in dire stress because, it's minorities, or is it because the people that live there, half of them are felons and career criminals, and for some reason they congregated there? Isn't that weird? I mean, that's weird.
There's a history of disease, overcrowding, poor sanitation.
Well, could the disease be because of the swamp, and the poor sanitation? I mean, couldn't that be the city's fault that the city's falling into this disrepair? Yeah, and they're saying fax machine that in East Cleveland there's a lot of arson going on too.
Malnutrition. This area once had the highest HIV infection rate in the country, too.
Why? Why would that be? This is in Florida where he's talking about now, near Lake Okeechobee. Yeah, isn't that weird, fax machine? Isn't that weird? Yeah. I wonder if they were collecting though on fire insurance. If those were renters or what was going on there.
CDS once called this area the Harvest of Shame. It has some of the worst conditions I've ever.
Wow, that doesn't sound good. The Center for Disease Control, CDS, is that CDS? Once called it the Harvest for Shame. Wow, the Harvest for Shame. That's a weird way to put it.
Seen. There just aren't a lot of jobs here. A lot of what kept this place going was farming, but technology has put a lot of people out of work. A lot of these migrant field workers can only survive on government assistance now. Poverty's so bad they've talked about dissolving these communities entirely.
I'll tell you what though. What it does have pristine trees. No, that's not true, sunshine. That isn't true. Pristine trees. Now, this is a government problem. You can't blame the people. These are government things going on here, okay? In my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. It's always something more to it than just the people rioting or just the people who are on the drugs or something, you know? No, and you know, sunshine, something interesting to I want to remind me of that Ethiopian thing because in Ethiopia, you know, they actually like what's in their ground makes them one of they're so rich. They're so rich, you know. But they didn't, you know.
And just turn them over to the county. Let them handle it.
If you're a homeowner in Ohio and you're still paying for your electricity, then I've got some big news.
It would be hard to have hope when you don't have money or an education or a trade.
All these brand new cars and nobody walking around or nothing. The roads are not looking bad either. You can see that there's probably a drainage problem though with the sewers. Because there's like water around each of the sewers still. And it's not raining.
Say what you want about the true definition of
This is South Chicago.
ghetto. There's parts of Chicago that are some of the worst places you can live. I was in Chicago for a day in the summer of 2021. Spent a lot of my time downtown, but I knew if I wanted to capture the essence of Chicago, I needed to get out into the inner cities. The south side of Chicago is known worldwide. It's full of murderers, gangbangers,
Exactly, fax machine.
shootings, poverty, everything that makes the place miserable. They don't measure monthly shootings on the south side.
Wow.
They measure weekend shootings. There were at least.
Here's what I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. If a homeowner had like a car up on blocks out front and a couple of engine blocks and you know maybe some clothes hanging from a line, didn't mow their lawn, didn't shovel the walks and stuff like that, right? they'd get in trouble. So, it would be considered like an eyesore or something, right? So how come right next to people who do have homes, whoever owns the property that's abandoned next to them? I mean, this is showing on, like a nice house, but next to a completely abandoned housing complex. Okay, so that's an eyesore. So that brings down the value of my house now. Why are the powers that be? Well, I know that fax machine. I know why they do it. I know why they do it. I'm wondering why they don't do it to these abandoned properties, like whomever owns them. They're not so-called abandoned. Somebody owned them. Who? And somebody either, the bank got it back on foreclosure. Okay, so now it's their job to keep that property up so that the person's house next to them that does keep their property up. Yeah. So that they are fucking house, so that's probably what they do. They just take all these fucking places and then let them go into disrepair. And the people who do keep their houses up, who want, they don't want the value of their house going down, um, screw it all up. Yeah, but the banks are the ones doing it, right? It would seem like the banks are the one. I mean, if all these properties are out on bank loans, that makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense. So the bank isn't curious where all these fucking people went. The banks don't want their money. That doesn't even make sense.
800 murders in Chicago the year I was here. There's a good chance somebody died in this hood I'm driving in this very day. They shoot at the cops. They shoot at each other. They just shoot to shoot. It's lawless in some parts of Chicago. There just aren't enough
Wow.
cops on the streets. There's budget shortfalls, early retirements. People just do whatever they want here, and they know they probably won't pay the price. A lot of Chicago neighborhoods like this are seeing huge population declines. Inglewood might be the most famous
Yeah, but why would they rather get $1 than what they're getting from why not sell it to the people who own it for $1 then?
Chicago hood. It had 100,000 people in 1960. Today, there's less than 30,000. Driving around here, you'll hear a siren every 10 minutes. Of course, I'd be risking my life if I were to try to drive through this area during the night.
Okay, why would we hear a siren there every 10 minutes if nobody lives there and it's abandoned? But I don't see one speck of trash there. And the streets are paved. And the lawns are mowed. The lawns are mowed. So what, did they collect the back taxes off the dollar thing?
During the day, it's actually pretty dead. South Chicago being this way isn't surprising. What do you think's going to happen when half the city is undereducated and doesn't understand economics or politics? And
You know why, buddy? Because there's no schools. Today, Tangier and I were reading a story, okay? Still haven't been able to make heads or tails out of how it was possible for it to even occur. Oh my God, your kid's school got canceled because snow is coming. Oh my God. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's what I meant. The homeowner is then responsible for them. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah. So it still would probably be easier for them to pay back taxes if they let the owner of the car. I want to see what that song was. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Who's WMG? I don't know who that is. He was having a nightmare. Hmm. Well, I don't know. There's a video. If you guys want to look at it, I guess. I was gonna. Oh God, he looks just like Marky. Wow.
My name is Ben, and I'm an addict. In my life, I've abused numerous drugs, including the painkillers Oxycontin and Percocet. And I'm not alone. Over 2 million Americans struggle with opioids, making this the worst epidemic of addiction in American history.
Anybody who's grown up in America.
Can you hear this? It's all right. I'm not gonna play it, but anyway. Can you guys hear this?
America has known people who struggled with it, may have had some struggles of their own.
It's time that we address this problem, and this documentary is about how.
I didn't clean for 15 months. We're all alive. You know, that's something to be grateful for.
How can an addict get help?
I came from where
I'll tell you how. Start referring to them as people. And start referring to big pharma, in my opinion. The drug dealers. And the doctors, the drug dealers. Stop making the person who was legally prescribed too much the criminal and making them feel like dirtbags.
you're at right now. If you're hungry, come on out.
How can family and friends support us?
She is a very kind soul. She's just trapped right now.
And what should the government do?
We have to treat this not as a moral failing, but as a public health problem that can be.
Treat it like a crime. Treat it just like you would if you arrested a drug dealer. Not criminalizing the people who were legally
Solved.
To bring about the end of an epidemic.
My drug dealer was a doctor. Doctor had to kill me for $1.
Now I know there's people who will say things about people, but I'm living proof to tell you that people can die just from taking their prescriptions as they are prescribed. Well, then whoever bought them that way and wasn't told that that was, that they had asbestos and stuff in them should get their money back.
I first got clean and sober in 2008. I would
He's holding a coffee cup while he's driving with his left hand. So obviously he's a righty. 10 and 2, buddy. 10 and 2. No, no, no. I don't mean the people that bought it for $1, because you can't even knock it down because there's asbestos. It's a certain removal process. They can't live in it. Like, who bought them for $1? Like, what are they doing there? They're not doing anything. I'm more concerned about where the people went and knowing that they didn't become Soylent Green. I don't want to be Soylent Green. And I remember back in 1984. Yeah, but the bank didn't care that there was asbestos in them when the family was paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, there's more to it than that. There really is. I mean, if there's asbestos in it and the house people are setting them on fire, well, then now it's going out into the air. If it's collapsing, well, then it's breaking down and going out into the air. If, homeless people are going inside of it, that's still being, it's into the sewage water. That's why there's bad, poor sewage too. Uh, they knew a lot of these places were going to have poor sewage. They just built them that way. They didn't really care. They didn't really care. And look, you're still here, Hidden Blessings. I mean, let's be honest. How many people really died from asbestos? Um, Look at silica. Look at silica dust. Remember the dust lady in 9/11? She died. They told all those people, "Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it." Here's a question for you. How many of those little bags do you find inside stuff of silica? It's very dangerous. And yet they put it inside beef jerky and shit. Yeah, but is it really that dangerous? Look at all the workers who like. I mean, really, like somebody look up asbestos poisoning. What are the numbers on that? Yeah, so there's probably not a lot of buildings that still have asbestos, you know?
Or for somebody to come in and snag up. Really heard too much about. Here grow up generational poverty and crime. What other life could they?
These streets are clean and pristine though. So weird. No, the silica dust. Look up silica dust, fax machine. Look up silica dust.
They know. This is their normal.
No graffiti. Not one spot of graffiti. Huh. Huh.
This
Yeah, I know, but it's dangerous. It's pure poison. That's what I'm saying. It's pure poison. And it's inside your beef jerky. It's released every time, I mean, they dig and shit. It's in the sand on the beach. It's everywhere. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't you think the south side of Chicago would have a shitload of graffiti on it? Weird, isn't it? It's so sad. Everything's so sad, isn't it? I mean, everything is just so fucking fucked up, man.
is what Keokuk, Iowa used to look like.
Oh, sorry. This is Iowa. Sorry. Iowa. This is Iowa. He changes cities. I didn't realize it.
This is what it looks like today. I spent a month traveling throughout the
Okay, but no. That makes no sense. Where are the people?
Midwest in the summer of 2022. I documented a lot of the smallish communities that dot the landscape.
No. Where are the people?
In Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Minnesota. A lot of the trip was not looking at devastation. That wasn't until I got to Keokuk. Keokuk's a river town on the far eastern side of the state, right along.
No. That doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no graffiti. The streets are pristine. There's not a stitch of of trash. Not one stitch of trash there. Where's the people?
On the Mississippi. Now, if you know anything about river towns, you'd understand that these were once
The
vitally
windows are all
important.
bricked up of the. They're not broken glass either, which most places would be like looted or something. Oh my God, these streets look swept. They're so clean. Oh my God. Hell no. I want to know where the fucking people went. Oh my God. Somebody's got to look this up for me. Oh my God. This is so crazy right now. No. This isn't just moving. No. In order to make a move, they'd have to sell their business. This isn't just moving. There's some shit going on. I'm inclined to believe, and I know this might sound crazy, but like the gulag, man, private prisons. I can't. I work camps. Oh my God, what the fuck? Where did he say this is again? I gotta look this up. Iowa, right? Keokuk, Iowa. All right, I'm looking this shit up right now. Wait, I gotta look how to spell that again. Somebody remember how to spell this again, please, for me. What is it? Keokuk, Iowa. I had it right on the right spot where it said it. Okay, Keokuk. God, that sounds like an Indian name, doesn't it? Man, I'm shaking right now. I'm so like, what the fuck? What was it again? Keokuk. Kei. Oh my God. What was it again? I got it. Forget it. Yeah, it is a Chief Keokuk. That's sad. It's so sad what they did to the Indians, man. Ah, what a dummy. That's where they fucked themselves up, huh? On the War of 1812, I think. Yeah, and it says the Seokanuk in Iowa. Wow. He was elected war chief and successfully protected his village through oratory. So what he basically did was fuck himself because the British didn't want any of the land past a certain point. They had said they didn't want them trying to settle. You know, the settlers, they didn't want them breaking this treaty. I think it was the Treaty of 1763. I want to say the Treaty of 1763. I wish I could be, Sunshine. Yeah, the Treaty of 1763 was made so that when, you know, Britain said, okay, you can go over there, you can settle here, right? I know, right, Sunshine? Um, Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate hearing that. That's a compliment. And then so of course what they did was they went in dressed like Indians, throwing the tea into the harbor, right? But they did it dressed like Indians. It'd be interesting to know, you know, like who really brought up that came up with that freaking idea because, you know, so they wanted to incite hatred towards the Indians. And which they did, of course. And because they wanted to dishonor, you know, to break the Treaty of 1763 and start settling past yeah, I can't remember, like the river or the border of where they were only allowed to settle because the British were protecting the Indians and letting them have space. Wasn't really like the British that were trying to mess with. It was like more like these you know the Dutch and these the Dutch trade, you know, the trading companies and all that shit. They wanted to start their whole own, you know, their whole own shit. So basically, some of the Indians went to now see, and that could have been another way where he became war chief is because, you know, it says through oratory. Yeah, but what they actually said was the regulars are coming. They didn't really say the British. She didn't say the British, Paul Revere. He said the regulars are coming. That's a myth. He said the regulars are coming. Yeah, so this motherfucker was why Black Hawk got taken down. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're funny, Hidden Blessings. You're funny. So he fucked Black Hawk over. He fucked his own people over. That's what he did. Wow. Dickheads. Then they called it the Black Hawk Purchase, a 40-mile strip extended along the west side of the Mississippi River. Yeah, I think it was the Mississippi. They weren't supposed to cross from the north boundary of Missouri north to the northeast corner of Iowa. It was 50 miles wide at the ends and 40 in the middle, sometimes called the 40-mile strip. Originally owned by the Sauk and the Fox and the Ho-Chunk Native American people, was acquired by treaty following the defeat by the United States in the Black Hawk War, because the other guy that I was just talking about convinced the soldiers. I don't know that they love him that much. Facts, man. I'm dual citizenship. Who? Oh, I'm about. Fuck, I'm about. He was starting some shit. Oh my God. After being defeated, the Sauk were forced to relinquish another 6 million acres and give up their rights to plant, hunt, or fish on the land. Unfucking believable. He set the guy up. Unfucking believable. Wow. His cause of his death was either dysentery, alcoholism, or poison administered by a disaffected surviving member of the Black Hawk Band, who was soon executed. Oh, so it was maybe, but what? Wow. That's so fucking sad. Oh my God. And this says, although modern forensics, oh my God, he was reburied in Keokuk, even though he had never been there. Although modern forensics have determined that the remains were of a much younger man. Oh my God. So he could have even faked his death. What do you mean every time they use YouTube, we're getting paid? What does that mean? Who is they? Who's they, fax machine? Ain't that some shit, though, huh? Ain't that some shit? It's the Royal Proclamation of 1763. It was, followed the Treaty of Paris, 1763. All right, so that formally ended the 7 Years' War, which transferred French territory in North America to Great Britain. The proclamation forbade all settlements west of a line drawn along the Appalachian Mountains, which was delineated as Indian Reserve. Exclusion from the vast region of Trans-Appalachia created discontent between Britain and the colonial land speculators and potential settlers. Man, things would have been so much different if the British would have won the revolution. Had nothing to do with freedom. It had everything to do with money. Because even after, in my opinion, the Revolutionary War, facts are people got put in debtor's prison because they didn't get paid and they couldn't pay for fucking taxes and shit and land taxes and everything while they were in the Revolutionary War. And then they got put in debtor's prison. And man, this history lesson tonight leaves me sick to my stomach. I'm going to give it up. I'm going to give it up. I'm going to give it up. They had a bunch of British people here that loved tea. They loved tea. So they dressed up some people like Indians and throw some tea in and inspire that, I wonder how many other times they posed as Indians and blamed it on Indians. Same thing they've done with Jews, Oh, the Jews caused the Black Plague. Oh, the Jews did this. Oh, the Indians did this. It happens time and time and time and time and time again. And I see it happening where now it's even switching over to where they say, it's a victim mentality. Like they're losing their compassion for people that are down and out. Thank you, sunshine. Good night, Tanger. Earlier, Tanger and I were looking at a story. I will go into this because I do want to touch on this. Not only just touch on it, I really want to find out what the fuck, to be honest. I want to know what the fuck. They were talking about 140,000 forest preservation acres out in Oregon, right? 140,000 acres. Oh, it makes me sick. I get a visceral action. Oh, my assistant teacher, teacher's assistant. That's funny. That's now $1,000 a night. How? I don't understand how. And we tried to look up, national park, 140,000 was a national park. And yet it's got the biggest golf courses on it. What's it called again? Tanger, I hope you're still here. I mean, Sylvie or something, Sylvie. I mean, like, bleh, I feel they put ranch or farms in the name. And I'm like, are they getting money out of the budget for like maintaining that land? I'm like, oh my God, what is going on there? How's that even possible? It's a resort for very rich people. $1,000 a night. Sylvie, right? Sylvie Ranch Farms or something like that. Oh my God. It makes my stomach flip flop. And we really couldn't find, I mean, blah. What the fuck was it again? Oh my God, please, we gotta think of what it was called. I mean, it makes me sick. I know, right, sunshine? Sylvie, oh, was it? Sylvie Valley Ranch, maybe? Sylvie's Valley Ranch. Yeah, that's it. That's it, right there. Sylvie's Valley Ranch Retreat and Links is a 140,000 acre ranch. But here's something, okay? I don't know if you guys can like type in thing. US, look at that thing is like totally okay. US Forest Service. It was about cow mutilations. I know, right? Because girl asked police to run DNA tests on Christmas cookie for evidence of Santa Claus. Sure she did. Sure she did. Sure she did. Sure she did. Now they have to respond, and I hope her name is Virginia. And they have to respond with, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. So get your ass to bed or you're going to be on the naughty list. Okay, a sailor has been rescued after being adrift in the Caribbean for 24 days. Gee, a sailor was adrift in the ocean? Maybe that's why he's a sailor. Maybe you guys just picked him up off his boat and he wasn't even fucking wanting to be rescued. Maybe he was just sailing. Maybe he was going around the world and you guys just were like, hey, get him. He's adrift. Oh my God. What the fuck's this? The doomsday clock moves to 90 seconds to midnight, signaling more. What's that shit? The doomsday clock? Is there a doomsday clock? Get the hell out of town. Are we that pessimistic that there's a real actual doomsday clock? Are we for real? Is this for real? Really? I'm trying to be optimistic and like the powers that be have a doomsday clock? Is that a true story? Fucking kidding me? Why am I trying to be? What? What? Oh my God. How can they reset it? How do you reset a doomsday clock? Oh my God. Look at these dorks that are running it. Of course, the two women look the smartest on there. Not that dork. He looks like he needs a man's ear. Wow, what's going on there? Hi, Mike Perkins. Oh, I'm sorry. You need to take black seed oil, allegedly, in my opinion. I'm no kid. I'm gonna get back to that doomsday thing, please. Make sure you remind me again. I want to go back to the doomsday clock. Yep, you should do it. I'm reading it. I'm reading it right here. Mike Perkins. It says black seed oil. Now, please use it in the capsule form. The oils in the capsule, because the taste of it, a lot of people will get it, just the oil, like, and I think people just use it anyway, in my opinion, my humble opinion, allegedly. This was written January 30th, 2019. Black seed oil for diabetes. Is it effective? Also known as N-sativa oil and black cumin oil. Now, isn't that funny? We've all been thinking poppy seeds was the food that contained the sativa, and it turns out it was cumin. Well, yeah, obviously. That's why I said, in my opinion, it says, can it be used to treat diabetes? It is a common disease that affects the blood's ability to produce and respond to insulin. It says in the overview, British Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, it says that the sativa seeds in treating diabetes is substantially important, enhancing insulin production, glucose tolerance, and beta cell proliferation. Like, obviously, I'm not giving him any cumin, yeah. Well, I'm not going to say cumin. Cumin. What are you trying to make me say cumin, aren't you? Aren't you? You want me to say cumin is good for you? That's what it is? Cumin. 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 No, it's cumin. It's not cumin. It's cumin. Cumin. Like moot point is not spelled said like mute. Even though I would think that moot and mute, like mute is silent. Silencio could be the same as that's a moot point. It's a mute point. It's a mute. Mute, moot, don't give a hoot point, right? K-human. KY human. KY human. Okay, Tanger. I believe you, Tanger. I don't believe shit, as she says. What do you mean you're nobody? You're Mike Perkins. Aren't you related to the guy who used to do... Well, first of all, Anthony Perkins. We all love him. Although we're not going to dinner at his house anytime soon. And... Carl Perkins? Is that the guy who did with the animals? Remember? What if your last name was Attenborough? That'd be pretty cool. Or Barrymore. And even if I wasn't related to them, I think I would say I was. Ha ha, yes I am. Prove it. I like to say that I'm related to whoever runs the Kaufman Studios where Sesame Street was filmed at. Do you know that if I'd have known Sesame Street... Oh yeah, Marlon Perkins, not Carl Perkins. Who the fuck is Carl Perkins? Me and Carl, we go way back. Yes, we do. Way, way back. Merry Christmas? What about Dick Trickle? Don't want to be that. And Hidden Blessings wants to reiterate that the only reason why anybody should even give a second thought to what I'm saying is because it is being confirmed from Tanger, and she still is. This is why I love her so much. She didn't even skip a beat from... Hi, Asher Dash. Hi, Asher Dash. I didn't even realize that it was somebody different that who said nobody deleted Asher Dash, right? They came in and gave us the right answer. Remember that time Dixie Normus came in and gave the right answer at trivia? And I was like, ooh, Dixie Normus swoops in for the win. Dixie Normus is on the board. Ooh, Dixie Normus loves the Muppets. Hey, I had a hawk named Mike Hawk. I am only holding up to your... Yeah, Danger. Now you got... How about Craven Moorhead? I almost paged that over the Jewish nursing home intercom. Hello? Is Craven Moorhead here? Craven Moorhead? You have a phone call? Tanger? I would only believe you. I know you are very intelligent from knowing you as long as I have. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. Fax machine says, I'm not joking. We know. Bend over. Oh, that's her. That's your name? Chandra says, Hayden is sucking up to me. I like it. Levi says, and Levi, what's the rest of it? Come on now, there's more to it than that. Now, when did you change your name? Is that Levi Quinn must be your married name because your maiden name is Strauss. Ooh, what if your name was Jean Strauss? Jean Levi Strauss. Or the other way around. My name is Jean Strauss. My love. Asher Dash. Yeah, Dixie Normas. My God. Oh, Levon. I wonder why I couldn't think of the name of the song or the song at all. There's no song for Levi? I'll make one up. Levi, how I love ya, my dear old Levi. Now, are you related to Dr. Quinn, medicine woman? How about my... You know, it is kind of funny with Craven Moorhead stat. Peter Hose. Your last name was Skeeter. Peter Skeeter. What's that company called? Oh, Peterbilt. How's your Peterbilt? Jenna, tell ya. Swear not good. What's not good? Well, yeah, like Dick Trickle. Like, if you were like last name first, you would be like filed as Trickle Dick. You know what I mean? Anita Man. That's funny. Anita Man. Peter and Penny. Pennyhose. Peter goes in, yeah. And Dick fits well. Dick fits well. Amanda. Oh my God. Now I gotta think of some more too. I can't. I'm stuck. Dr. Dix. Yeah, what was the other one? Lubricant. Lubricant. Oh, remember the other guy? Bo, but he spelled it Beau. And Ner, Knerr. And he would come in and go, I had a hard day. Or like, what's up? I need a yeah, boner. That was so funny with Dix Enormous. Dix Enormous is on the board. It didn't even occur to me. Didn't even occur to me. Oh yeah, what about our favorite Connie Lingus, or as I like to say, Honey Lingus. Honey Lingus. You guys want to play some trivia or something? Mm, 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 mm. The way that I love you. Mm, 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 mm. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Mm, mm, mm. That's so fine. Don't be so shallow. Bum, bum, bum. So anyway, you should. I'm a whore. Ooh, how about Pussy Galore? Why the fuck would they name a character in a movie Pussy Galore? Yes, so anyway, from what I've read here, I do believe you might want to, because in black seed oil, there's selenium, calcium, potassium, carotene, arginine, says iron, lots of stuff. So it is possible potential treatment for diabetes, but there is still large-scale clinical trials needed to fully understand. But basically, talk with your doctor first. You should. Buck naked. Fanny smelling. Fanny S. Smell. Fanny. Not your last name could be smelling. Fanny smelling. And her husband Dick. So I would say like GNC and stuff. Look into GNC. Use it on your skin, just like Oh yeah, but we don't like talking about him, Sunshine. I mean Levi. Well, yes. Let's take a look. I do believe it will. Curly pubes. I would change my name. All right. Let me tell you one of the most teaching myths I have ever seen in my life. Okay? All right. Does anybody know it is a spelling myth? A spelling myth. A spelling myth. Does anybody know what it is? Write down the word seizures. Take a look at it. And tell me what you think. All right. There we have it written in the room. Okay? There it is. Hidden Blessings has written the word seizures. Okay? Okay? Right there. See that? Tell me. I know it is. All right, fax machine. We get it. We get it, fax machine. We get it. Tell me what spelling myth Eileen you lick. Eileen's, I don't know. A girl with one leg I used to know. I'm sorry, just kidding. Yeah. Tell me what spelling myth is in the word seizure. One of those fucking silly things, like in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, which, okay, that is true. That is correct. And cool. But what I'm trying to say is that there's a particular spelling thing. It's I before E, except after C. But that is with an S. Seizures is with an S. So is it really E before I, except after C? Who fucking knows, right? Does anybody really know? I know I used to hear I before E, except after C. But I haven't followed that because it's wrong. Right? I before E, except after C. What's that about? Hmm. Neighbor, yeah. Are they really leaving? I thought they were kidding when they said that. I thought they were kidding. What makes you get seizures? Is it the um from benzos or epilepsy? I keep spelling seizures wrong. It does say that it does have really good effects for that. So I would definitely consult your doctor and think about getting some black seed oil capsules. Well, yeah, but seizures isn't like an A. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. It's not I before E for seizures. Yeah, weird isn't like an A sound. Foreign, A, no. Leisure, no. So it is not, and it is not. I would say just spell it the way it's supposed to be spelled and forget about that mythical, mythical story about I before E except after C. Look how much we learn here. Do we or do we not learn a lot here? In my opinion, I do think we do. One time my friend called me a heifer. It was a girl, but she was just kidding. Shut up, you heifer. I was like, heifer? 120 pound. Yeah, rules before spell check, right, Levi? There is nothing like, there's no I before E except after C rule. Then what is the rest of it? What's the whole saying? You're not going to say it's all those words because it isn't. You didn't even say seizure. It isn't, I said. And I never love someone the way that I love you. Yet shows a marked reduction in seizure frequency, and it was well tolerated, it says. Now, this is a whole clinical trial right here. You know what, seizure? Not seizure, sunshine. I just called you seizure. That was fucked up and funny at the same time. That was fucked up and funny at the same time. Holy crap. No, it is a fax machine. Because seizure is not, none of those words are sounding like A. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. The only time it does is when it's nay. Okay? Don't weigh. You don't say. It doesn't matter, fax machine. It matters that I just called Sunshine seizure. That's really fucked up. I feel like she's gonna find it funny. I'm just waiting for her response. Yeah, it's wrong. That's all the bottom line is it's wrong. What about nay? How is fiend spelled? Ain't that fucked up, Sunshine? Did I fucking call you that like more than once? Two? And I didn't realize it? I just realized it now? Did I really do that? Oh my god, no sir, I did call her that. Hidden blessings. I did. It's the most fucked up yet funny depending on who you're doing it to. I mean, like, that's the most fucked up shit. That was like, why would I do that? Oh my god. That's so funny. Hello. Hello, Stephen Seven Pounder. This is my friend Seizure. We'll call you Cancer. No. Listen, Sunshine and Seizure sound a lot alike, okay? In my defense. In my defense, Sunshine, Seizure, okay? They sound alike. Cancer and SG do not sound alike. Although, if my name was Semi-God, Semi-God, but it's demigods, aren't they? Fuck. Yeah, they always use that word in that kind of mind-based community that they're happy over other people's misfortunes. Always. Do what? What was mean? Oh, Schadenfreude? Yeah, Cancer. So, were they all like, like during, they get their Steins out, whatever, in Germany, and then be like, Schadenfreude! They're out cheering over it. Schadenfreude. Did you guys ever see when Conan O'Brien? Yeah, and I know that it's just skit, dummy, Crystal L, because you probably watched it after I said it was a skit of Conan O'Brien's when he took, and I believe I probably played it, and that's how she knows. No, I know Tanger. And that's how she knew to watch it, because I think Conan O'Brien was so funny. Used to be, anyway. I don't know about anymore. He didn't appear to be as funny as he used to be to me, But my God, he was fucking funny. Love to before. Shining Fred. Oh, Conan. See, I have the memory span of a fish. 10-second memory span. Here's what I think. You want to know what I think? Do you know what some... Ugh, that's gross. Sunshine. No, I don't. Yeah, 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds, fax machine. Here's something I'd like to know, though. I know that there's fish species that have different characteristics. Is the memory thing across the board? Do all fish only have a 10-second memory span? All, like, fish that we would eat? Good night, Tanger. Man, fax machine, you don't ever like to fucking be okay, up to 5 minutes. Any way you look at it, it's a short time for memory. No, I don't, Sunshine. look it up. It says now they believe they can remember for up to 5 months. Right. So that's what I'm saying is that all fish, yeah. 5-second memory myth is ingrained in our brains, but it has been busted in recent years. Right, because they migrate too. I mean, do goldfish really have a 3-second memory? How long is a fish's memory? I don't think so. I think it's a photographic memory. Mm. Okay, now we'll use the real name. Fax machine. God, I know you're Laura. I know you are. You're either Laura or Rachel Reed. You could be Rachel Reed, but you might be Laura. But do they really show learned behavior? You know? So they're saying like a cleaner fish. Read it for fishes being sold alive, capture and release suggests that these animals carry stressful memories with them, potentially. Yeah, potentially. Right, of course, right, because they remember the hook. I know what a fax machine is. Oh my god. Hi, Nana. No way, sunshine. What, goldfish? Oh, I thought you were telling me. Oh, he says fax machine. Oh, I see now. Sorry about that. My bad. Maybe I was behind. You know, I do think, though, that if they remember anything, they know if they came from, what do you mean we have 5 more hours to hit thumbs up? What are you doing? Implying I'll be on for 7 hours? Captain Quint, Jaws. Right. Figures. Fax machine. Oh, that's funny. You didn't know that name. You only copied and pasted it. No, you don't, fax machine. Come up here on camera, and I'll quiz you. You know how I know that you're lying? Because every time, and I hate to say that, I don't mind you as a person. I don't. It's just your pretentious attitude, like pompous behavior a little bit, that I'm like, ugh, about. Because a lot of your, uh, explanations or your definitions of things, your knowledge of things, or if I type in the same thing, right, I come up with the same response you gave, word for word. Word for word. It's based on your behavior. Not you, Stephen Pounder. Because when you said like they up to some this seconds to then you kept typing minutes in, but then it was 5 months. It was the exact thing that popped up, the first thing, the very first response. And then when I asked for, is there, what other fish to the exception, you used Latin, but it was already up to me as goldfish. Mm. Then you're asking Alexa. Well, I know that you're not copying and pasting, but Alexa could be speaking in talk to text. I don't know. You could be speaking. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you could always come up and I could quiz you and you could, show that you're not doing that. I've had this discussion with you before. Well, let's leave you where you are then, Stephen. Yes, yes, absolutely. Hidden messages. Yes. Okay. No, you didn't win that night. Rourke won. Fax machine. You didn't win, Laura. Rourke won that night. Mr. Rourke was up on the panel, and Rourke won. You didn't win. Um. Okay, so listen. It really bothers me that we're still trying to fight for animals. Then it seems like nothing ever takes effect. Oh God. Oh my God, what is this? Oh my God, I would throw up. Oh my God, I can't even look. Oh my God, I can't look. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God. Why are we eating this? Oh, Oh, you're looking them up? Holy shit, fax machine. Why didn't you tell me? I thought you were. I didn't know you were looking it up for me. My apologies. I thought you were just that smart. Then I wanted to debate it because I'm an asshole. I'll tell you what's wrong with me. Okay. You know how like when yes, just like that fax machine. um yeah, exactly. All right. I was like, I flip around and Google stuff, and so I was Googling the memory of a fish, and then like you get to the bottom of something, and it gives you other choices to go on and everything. All right, well they can all post it too, fax machine. All right, here's what I'm not understanding, okay? And you know what? Here's the thing. That we're so big, like the world is so big that there's really nothing that we could do about it anyway. I mean, everything that we do and any like law or something that gets passed or banned, you know, and then the next person comes in and the next party and the next group and they change it and then they fight it and then they change it and all this stuff. But here's the thing, it's like all along I just can't even like uh imagine like that the Animal Welfare Act really doesn't do anything. And yeah, but who's for the animals then and nature and stuff? I mean, here's what like really gets to me. Why would why would oh my god, I just can't even, I feel sick thinking about what they're doing. They do painful procedures on captive, animals. Jesus Christ. Captive animals in research facilities. Why do they need to describe the levels of pain and distress and doing it with anesthesia and not anesthesia? Who wants that fucking research? Who the fuck wants that fucking research? Oh, oh God. Why does that get used? Who wants that? Nobody. Oh my God. It's so disgusting. Why would the USDA need to test fucking? I can't even understand. It says the vast majority of the animals used in laboratories, rats, mice, birds, fishes, and others, are not only not counted, but they are not covered by the protections. Oh, oh. Wow. It says you can go and read more about it here. And then it says not found. Figures. Wow. So basically, they negated the whole report, the whole thing that they did. I found the report. I found the PDF of it. So they didn't even release it till 2017, even though it was done in 2015. So like God knows what. And then they it's called the Humane Party. And in its analysis of the USDA report of animal usage by a research facility, the bias says there is an ethical obligation to disclose the bias of the preparers and analyzers involved in the report. The Humane Party aims and fights to free all animals from abuse, exploitation, and property status. It is in the Humane Party's interest that the results of this report support its goal insofar as possible. All members involved in this investigation and report have acted in the margins of this bias, striving for their judgment to remain unaffected by said bias. So, so basically, they're making it like as if they could be lying because, right? Wow. Trigger warning. Is this like bothering anybody, by the way? Reading about this, learning about this. This is the what is this? The Humane Party's United States of America, it says. Okay. This is their analysis. Is this bothering anybody? I mean, bye, Stephen. Oh, okay, Stephen. Analysis of the USDA Annual Report 2015 of animal usage by research facility. And it's dated July 4th, 2017, which is so odd that a document like this would be dated on July 4th, 2017. It was done in 2015. So it's their annual report for 2015 coming out in 2017. That doesn't make any sense. Right? How is that? How does that make sense? On a day when most of America isn't even working. So who, you know what I mean? Uh, that doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't we get it in 2015 and then one in 2016 and then one in 2017? That doesn't even make sense. Oh God, I just can't even. Painful and distressing procedures. I don't know how much more do they need to do. Now, now this is scary because the reason being is there's really no operations unless like you're on the battlefield, you know what I mean? I guess, but that someone is going to do to a human without, anesthesia, right? So involuntarily, you're not going to go and be like, yeah, do it without anesthesia. And they'll be like, well, we've practiced that particular procedure on this animal here, and no fax machine. I'm talking about animals right now. You know, we're not gonna do. There's no fucking appendectomy with. No, I don't want to. It's like, okay, but get this. But listen to this, okay? It says their policy 11 in the USDA paid and distress policies and categories provides guidance on painful and distressing procedures, defining pain and distress procedure as any procedure forced upon a non-human animal that would reasonably be expected to cause more than slight or momentary pain and or distress in a human being to which that procedure is applied. But why would they want to do, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so category B is animals being bred, acclimated, or held in captivity for future use in teaching, testing, experience, research, or surgery. holding our weight. So survival surgery, non-survival surgical. Ugh. Tail snips in mice, 4 days old. Ugh. Oh, these things are terrible, man, that they're doing. Exposure of skin to UV light to induce sunburn. Exposure of blood vessels. Food or water deprivation beyond that necessary for ordinary pre-surgical preparation. Ugh. Application of noxious stimuli such as electrical shock that the animal cannot avoid or escape. Ugh. Genetically engineered phenotype that causes pain or distress that will not be alleviated. Paralysis or immobilization of a conscious animal. Mm, mm, mm. Column B animals are being kept in captivity for research and testing purposes. These animals are being bred and kept in artificial environments against their natural instincts and be wait a minute. Oh, and best individual interests, therefore generating distress. They have 43,000 non-human primates doing that to them. That is fucking sad. But it really doesn't tell you shit. I mean, it's all fucking like it's numbers, no words. So that's their fine. So that's their finding. That's it. That's it. That's fucked up, man. That's no analysis. That's not a fucking analysis. Who cares about the numbers of them? I want to know like what they're gonna do to help them. So it doesn't sound like there's no animal cruelty being helped anywhere. It's fucked up. Really? Hmm. So stupid. Can't even do the fucking. I wanted to read it, but you can't. Hurt Go Happy is a really good book. Yeah, that's true, Fax Machine. All right, bye, Levi. Have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Damn it. Shit, this took a long time. All right, 12 rules for life. Let's try it. An antidote for chaos. Okay? Let's take a look at it. Okay. This book has a short history and a long history. We'll begin with the short history. In 2012, I started contributing to a website called Quora, you know what I mean, Quora. Query? I don't know. I don't know. Quora? Quote? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can ask a question of any sort, and anyone can answer. Readers upvote those answers they like and downvote those answers they don't. In this manner, the most useful answers rise to the top, while the others sink into oblivion. I was curious about the site. I liked its free-for-all nature. The discussion was often compelling, and it was interesting to see the diverse range of opinions generated by the same questions. My stomach. When I was taking a break or avoiding work, I often turned to Quora, looking for questions to engage with. I considered and eventually answered such questions as, what's the difference between being happy and being content? What things get better as you age? And what makes life more meaningful? You guys still with me? Yeah, I noticed that, fax machine. Yeah. Yeah. About the voting up thing and stuff. Thank you, fax machine. Quora tells you how many people have viewed your answer and how many upvotes you received. Thus, you can determine your reach and see what people think of your ideas. Only a small minority of those who view an answer upvote it. As of July 2017, as I write this, and 5 years after I addressed what makes life more meaningful, my answer to that question has received a relatively small answer. 14,000 views and 133 upvotes. While my response to the next question about aging has been viewed by 7,200 people and received 36 upvotes. Not exactly home runs. Oh, okay. Well, then I won't read it if you're going to just print it in the chat. That's, yeah, not quite. All right. Everybody, you can just look it up and read it for yourselves.